I wanted to invite Dr. Zoghbi. She's going to participate through Zoom again to do the closing remarks. And I guess everyone knows Dr. Zoghbi. I don't need to introduce her. So we'll connect to her. Dr. Zoghbi, I don't know if you can see the people in the room or you just see the central part. I can show you. There are more than 100 participants, just to let you know. Okay.
Thank you, Davut. I can see everybody now in the room. The camera has moved. Thank you for the AV person for moving us. Shall I start?
Yes, please, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Well, good afternoon, everyone. And thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to join you today to just say a few words. It is so heartwarming to see that there are 100 of you from all over Europe joining this meeting. And for me, this is so important. Many of you know we've been doing these meetings for over 15 years now, thinking, what can we do? How can the science advance the research that one day we can bring treatment to the precious people affected by Mecp2 duplication? And you and your children and loved ones are the heroes. You have been the one who inspired us. You have been the ones who have engaged in our studies, and you have been the one who've come forward whenever we needed material, whether it's clinical information, whether it's blood or tissue or material for genetic studies. So this has been a long and hard journey, but thankfully, thanks to you, thanks to the participation of all the family, thanks for the support you've lended to basic science research. I cannot forget the 401k project when we needed the money to test if reversing this syndrome is possible, if using genetic reversal will work, if using an ASO will work. And here we are today after 2 big studies, one using regular mice with an extra copy of the gene and one using humanized mice that has 2 duplicated human copies, to really provide the necessary proof of concept data that Ionis needed to decide whether this is something they can really take to the clinic. So I just want to acknowledge and thank you for all the hard work each of you have done in any possible capacity, even simply enrolling in research studies and clinical study. So thank you. I'm quite excited about where we are today. I have been waiting for the day when Ionis will announce their intent to start clinical trials. As many of you know and heard, this announcement has been made and the plans are underway. I'm sure there's more work to be done, but it does really take a village, and I think a village of scientists, of clinicians, of families who participated in clinical research, of people who've worked hard to develop biomarker both at institutions and including ours. And I'm very thankful for Davut because I have watched him move mountains to make things happen and to move clinical research into the syndrome during the clinical readiness study. So thanks to all of these people and to work at Ionis to really establish the possibility how to safely downregulate Mecp2, I'm very optimistic about the future and very thankful to you. We should not sit idle. We should continue to pursue more knowledge, to understand that when we treat, what do we look for? And this is where I think gathering as much clinical information and using artificial intelligence, against there are probably scientists at this conference and others who are interested in using these data to help us really predict what symptoms are most sensitive, what symptoms might evolve fast and respond fast. So all of these data that we continue to collect on clinical research as well as genetic research is going to be helpful for us and for Ionis in particular, and the Davut and other clinical collaborators doing the trials to really predict what would be the best outcome measures that we will see. And to me, that's exciting. You could also take pride not only in coming forward and participating in research and being active members of the research effort, not only supporting research, which you've done beautifully, but you could take pride in that what we've learned and what we're going to learn from studying Mecp2 duplication is going to help so many disorders with duplications and extra chromosomes or extra copy of a gene, because this would be the very first where we're really downregulating a protein that's dosage sensitive. And I think the impact from studies that we're going to learn and hopefully help people with Mecp2 duplication is far more reaching beyond the Mecp2 disorders. So there's not enough words I can really say to thank you for being part of the research, to thank you for helping us get here, and to thank you for continuing this journey with us. And I don't know if there are 2 or 3 questions, I'll be happy to take them. I don't know if the forum would allow that.
Microphone works. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Zoghbi, again. I guess they're going to ask, when is the treatment trial? Any specific questions? I just wanted to acknowledge one thing, like working with Dr. Zoghbi, mainly more on the last 6 years. Without her support, we will be probably just a quarter mile of what we achieved today. So I thank you so much for your support. That's why we are moving things forward. So it's very important to have Dr. Zoghbi on board here. We are lucky.
Oh, thank you. I'm grateful to all of you. And to you.
Oh, dear. I think like everyone is tired, Dr. Zoghbi. So
That's okay.
Thank you so much for your limited time and joining us to give that. Yeah, thank you so much.
My pleasure. Travel home safely. Take care.
So